so we've teased it a little bit. Happy to have Isaiah Joe, Northside Grizzly legend, NBA champion, Arkansas Razorback in studio. And I was talking to your dad. I was like, all right, you think he can make a call? And he's like, no, today wants to come in studio. Glad to have you, man. What's going on? Good to see you.
Good to be here. I appreciate you guys for bringing me over again. I told him I was like, whenever Ty hits me, I gotta show up to the studio.
That's right.
Gotta show love.
Well, happy to have you on, man. All right, so we had a little vacation time. I know we've got something else that we got planned today. Since you guys have won the NBA championship, what all has happened? What all has gone on? We got the parade in Oklahoma City. We got Thunder in the Fort tomorrow night. What else has gone on here these last few weeks?
Vacation. Had the opportunity to show up to the ESPYs this year, which was a pretty cool experience. We have this parade coming up, camps, and a lot of. I think I go to the Philippines here in a little bit,
okay.
For a few days, and a lot of travel, but a lot of fun. Just getting to experience all of this with my family through it all.
Not sure what's happening with that microphone. How's the golf game, my man?
It's actually very well right now. I've only played a couple of matches, but the matches that I've played have been very top notch and very high level of me. So I don't know if that's going to be consistent with the rest of the summer, but can't wait to see. Can't wait to get back out there with you guys.
I'm looking forward to it. So does that sound odd to you, Ty? By the way, his mic.
Yeah, you might want to check the processor over there if you get a check. All right, so on the golf game, I know we'll play hard scrabble at some point when you get time. We've talked about Gaillardia, we've talked about Oak Tree. What golf courses have we gotten to take in? I think Don, y'all went to. Was it Oak Tree that y'all went to?
Yeah.
What have we gotten to take in? What have we gotten to play thus far in the last year or so?
Those OKC. I got to play a course in Cabo. What's it called? The Cove Club or something like that?
I think I've got a buddy that's played that.
Yeah.
What was that like?
It was really nice. I got to play with my buddy Mike Conley. So him and his brother were out there. It was a hell of a match. We had fun. Unfortunately, I think they had like the first 4 holes under maintenance, but we got to run the last 4 back to make it 18. So it was nice. The views were amazing.
I still wish he ended up in Fayetteville rather than Columbus, Ohio. I think we talked about that last time, but that's water on the bridge. But all right, so let's think about this. Game 7, pivotal point. Obviously, you guys win. You've got all these emotions going through. How full circle with them? And we've talked to Coach Burnett. I've talked to your dad about this, all the work, all the time, all the effort that you put in for it finally to come to fruition, the highest level, the highest achievement in the sport. What were you thinking in that moment when you guys finally won the NBA championship?
I mean, it was like a dream come true. Honestly, for me, it's always been a dream, and I'm pretty sure it's for a lot of people. It's always been a dream. But for it to actually, turn full circle and come true, it was amazing. It was truly a blessing. And I think the best part was after the game, I was just like excited, like really, really excited. But like as soon as I saw my family, I got emotional. And I'm like, just stuff like that. You live for moments, to be able to share with your family and the people in your circle that, have built you to be the person and the player you are, to get to the opportunity to win a championship. And so just to see them, see their excitement, and see my brothers, see my girlfriend, see Don, I got emotional, and it was a great moment.
And go ahead, Tommy.
I was just thinking, the Northside connection that we'll talk more about with you and Jaylin, but it just dawned on me. Brett Good, he has a Super Bowl ring, Northside Grizzly. I think, does Raven Caldwell have a Super Bowl ring with the Redskins? But I'm trying to think.
Sure.
Don't ask me.
I'm not positive on
sure.
that, but that's 3 I think about. A Super Bowl ring, I know for certain with Brett. You two guys are going to have a NBA world title. I mean, what's in the water over there? That to me is a really cool thing when you think about not just college championships, not just state championships, all these things, world championships at the highest level, and have come, multiple ones that we just mentioned out of one high school. That is very rare, my man.
We breed athletes. What can I say? I think we always have a lot of athletes come through Fort Smith, not only just Northside. I think where the separation is, especially now, is like exposure and getting the right guidance. But I mean, Northside is we just breed athletes. Me and Jay Will, we got to run a year together in high school. Unfortunately, we didn't get to play together in college, but we got to run it back with OKC, and here we are.
And you just re-signed last offseason.
Yes.
He just re-signed. So this is some continuity for a while. This is going to happen. How excited were you for him to see that in the offseason?
Oh man, just to see all the work pay off, and as somebody that you kind of grown up with and got to see his journey as well, and just to see that everything that he's done pay off, it's a great feeling for me just to be able to to see that, and I'm pretty sure it was like a tremendous feeling for him and his family, just to get some security, especially on a team that's so good and so well gelled together. It's now it's for the long run and not for the short term. So to have my brother by my side, for some more time, it's gonna be good.
All right, if you got questions for Isaiah Joe, text those in on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. We're getting a few comments now, but we welcome your questions. 877-377-6963. Just text to those numbers or to that number, and we'll get your questions to Isaiah. So when you're on a team that's playing at this level and you have your role and Jaylin has his role, and it's more of a support role, and that's the one thing I noticed about you guys. Anytime they pan to the bench, you got a big smile, particularly Jaylin. He's known for that big smile. What's that like trying to serve in that role? And then, hey, you knew when Coach was going to call on you, particularly you early in the game, to come in and maybe heat things up from distance. How do you keep your mind and your legs ready to go when you know your moment's going to be called, and maybe a critical moment?
I mean, first off, you understand what's at stake and you understand your job. That's something that I was able to, kind of grasp when I got into the league. It's like, okay, I'm not going to be the star player, especially right off the jump. I got to, be able to fall into a role and do it at an extremely, extremely high level. And so that on top of just being ready at all times, because it can be sporadic at times. You never know when your number's going to get called. And so it's just about being ready. And then when your number is called, it's just going out there and trying to be a winner at all costs.
You got youth on your side,
yeah.
But, the season begins for you guys essentially in October. I know the workouts and the preparing your body never stops, but October till June, that's a long time.
It's a long time.
It's a lot of plane rides, a lot of hotel. How many hotel rooms you think you've been in over the course of 6 or 8 months? Probably a bunch.
Too many to count.
Yeah, I mean, how do you what did you learn this year about keeping your body right for all of that?
Actually, I think we've been learning over the course of years. I mean, I think we knocked down doors each and every year. We went a little bit farther,
okay,
than my first year, the second year. Then we went farther this year. We're starting to understand that the longevity of a season and how you can, protect your body through it all. You can't avoid everything, but you can do things to try to keep yourself in the best shape possible, because it is a long season. I mean, we play a lot of games, even back-to-backs and stuff like that. So just trying to, maintain your strength, maintain your well-being and your health.
You mentioned going far. You guys went the distance. You won the whole thing.
Yeah.
And obviously you've got your core together. How do you, because, you've already gotten labeled a dynasty, and that people are this is the next dynasty of the NBA is you guys. How do you keep that consistency? How do you keep the mentality that y'all had to get the first one this year for the seasons to come?
Yeah, first we have to understand the nature of it. I mean, we played all the way till June, and our summer's shorter than it normally would be, and teams we're gonna have a even bigger target on our back. So I think we really gotta do our best job just to stay focused throughout the summer. Get back to work as soon as possible. Coach always preaches about it. Have a 0-0 mindset. So when we go into next season, it's a clean slate. Nothing that happened in the past will carry us to the next one. We have to do it ourselves.
You think about the NBA the last 5 years, you've had 4 champions that have had Razorbacks. Bobby, Moses, you and Jaylin and Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a Razorback representative. Just talk about the legacy that you're now a part of as an NBA champion from Arkansas.
Oh, man, I think, the coolest part about being a champion and being from Arkansas is the fact that the fan base here is like the best. I know some people were talking about, I was just on an interview, they were talking about it's the Arkansas Thunder or something like that. they just show love. I mean, they're there, they're at the games, they're watching Bobby, they're at the Celtics games watching, Jordan, just being a part. it's really cool. And every time we get to come home, they show love, whether we win or lose. Everybody's there to support, and then they let it be known.
All right, and speaking of coming home, you've got a special camp coming up, August the 23rd. For those that don't know about it, I know it's sold out, right? Just kind of tell people what's coming up here in a few weeks.
Yeah, so I have my camp here on the 23rd with 4 kids. It's a camp that I've been fortunate enough to put on last year, and so we're running it back again. It's a really, really fun camp. We get to have a lot of kids in there at the same time, working out with me, my trainer, some of the best trainers around, another trainer that'll be coming from the NBA, Reese Cheatham. So it's going to be really fun. I mean, just to be able to connect with everybody, the parents really enjoy it. We get to go through a lot of drills, play a little pickup basketball, enjoy each other, for the time being, and just try to make an impact any way we can. And so if you're not able to, get in it this year, please, look forward to next year. Or even try to contact, like my dad or something. We can always try to make some wiggle room, anything like that.
Oh, there's a back door, huh?
Sometimes.
Can we still get Ty in?
No.
He doesn't.
No. Ty's already. His name's already down. He asked last year, so no, his name is already down. I don't think he'll show, which is going to be disappointing. But if he wants to, get in there with the kids, he's more than welcome. He just got to play one-on-one against them.
Last time I played basketball with Isaiah, it didn't go well. I thought about taking a charge on Jaylin too. I made a business decision and did not, but I didn't.
But you'd have had that story to tell. Now you don't have the story to tell.
It's
now your story's how you wussed out.
Yeah, what's the story of my life? I think in this situation, and I know with this camp, Fort Kids Children Museum, big part of that. You've partnered with them too, which is really cool.
Oh yeah, their vision is amazing. Just for what they're trying to do for the kids and the community. I couldn't, do anything but help and try to be a part of that because I thought it was really dope with them.
Yeah, I know you've helped. Both you and Jaylin have both helped with the Boys and Girls Club. Beth was one of the first people I saw to post after the wins and kept up with that. I know the Boys and Girls Club is special to both of y'all as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, we grew up going there, playing there. Meeting a lot of lifelong friends at the Boys and Girls Club. It's like a second home.
Yeah. So, how do you keep it together as a team? I mean, I know that's maybe above that, but how does the organization? Because that's the obvious next goal is let's run this thing back. Let's do it again. Let's go back to back. But it's easy to say following a win and an emotional moment, but keeping all the players together, free agency, all these things. How do you keep that group of guys together? And what do Thunder fans have to look forward to in the 25-26 year?
Yeah, like you said, much easier said than done. But with the way that our organization is ran, we've built a culture. Sam Presti has built an amazing culture there that gives us the ability to stay together and be as prepared as we can possibly be for the upcoming season. For what the fans should expect, I mean, I think they just should expect a team that's going to go out there, play hard, give it their all for all 82 games, like we've done in the past. And so what that may entail, who knows? But we're going to go out there and we're going to play for each other, play for the people.
Tomorrow night, Thunder in the Fort, you and Jaylin are going to be out and about. Big event. I know for example, my nephew and brother-in-law are coming in from Tulsa to see you guys. So what does that look like tomorrow night?
So we got the parade going. I believe the parade starts at like 6:00. It'll be downtown. That's gonna go for a little bit, and then after that, I think they said people are gonna show up to like the bakery district to enjoy some food, enjoy each other, just kind of mingle or whatnot. And then we have
at least it won't be hot.
I mean, that's some good sarcasm right there. That's some really good sarcasm.
That's my specialty.
You know what?
But to your point, though, I mean, it's gonna be hot, but it's gonna be very enjoyable at the same time. I mean, and then it's at 6:00. It should be winding down ever so slightly. Mm-hmm. Hopefully, we get a few clouds.
Tommy looked this up. We've been having some fun with Chad. I don't know if you know this. You and Jaylin are. There was just a little over or connection with Tristan Thompson, LeBron James. You guys know you're like the first high school teammates to win an NBA championship together. since those two, and they were like a part of it for a few games in a season. But you guys obviously played a full season together. Isn't that wild?
It's so wild. And, the even crazier part is that I don't think that something like that will hit me or, like, settle in until later in life, or maybe when I'm done playing. But it's an experience that we get to talk about. I mean, through all of this, we get to still be like, throw random things about our high school or our AAU seasons that we used to play in, and it's just we're in the NBA together, but we're sitting here talking about times we played together in AAU basketball when we were kids. It's like that's a blessing.
Full circle moment.
Full circle.
All right, when we go hit the links?
Whenever you guys are ready.
Man,
how are y'all's games looking? Let me ask you that.
Ooh. I just finished.
Tommy, I know your game is much higher than
he knows.
Ty's. So.
Oof. I'm working on some stuff right now, but it is taking a step back in the last week or two. But I'm hoping to put it back together soon. So sometimes you got to tear it down to build it back up.
Exactly.
Working on a new thing with wrist angle and stuff but it has not went very
Tell us
well.
more.
Yeah, I know exactly what you want to hear, but trying to hold on anyway. It just the last week's been a struggle, but I'm going to get it back together in time for us to go out and we'll see if we can get in Ty's pocket.
Of course you are.
So, well, man, we appreciate you stopping by with us this morning.
I appreciate you guys.
BetOnline continues to be your number one source for all your sports betting action. And with baseball in full swing and football season right around the corner, BetOnline has more ways to stay in on the action with the latest odds, news, and scores, even live in-game betting. From MLB, UFC to tennis and NFL futures, BetOnline remains your choice for sports wagering information. In between games, head over to the BetOnline Casino with all the top Vegas-style games, including poker and live casino. Head to the website today and take advantage of their industry-leading VIP program with level-up bonuses and weekly cash boosts. BetOnline. The game starts here.